It's a very good opportunity for each one of you, even you're not ready for it. Just think about it for your future of your family, for your future of your kids. I'm here to talking to you honestly. I'm not talking to you about because I have business and I want to build it. I want to take your money and run away. We don't do this kind of stuff. All these 30 years, we've been struggling left and right. We've been putting things together, brick by brick, little by little, no fun, no vacations, working 17, 18 hours a day, try to build this business together. But now you can see it. It's been built. The business is running. And a lot of people asking us, where is your location? I said, I'm proud to be in South Central Los Angeles, and I'm going to be in South Central Los Angeles because so many good people working in South Central Los Angeles, and they've been living in South Central Los Angeles. But bad image about South Central, me and you and everybody here, community redevelopment, the councilman, everybody here, we're going to change that image, and we will be the development of Los Angeles to change the face of South Central Los Angeles. Give a hand to that, please. Because this is very, very important to each one of you and very important to your kids. It's very important to your kids to build the younger generations based on what to be proud, where you came from, where you born, and where you stay. It's not different between I stay in Beverly Hills or I stay in South Central Los Angeles. It's the same thing. But the concept is the media make us as an evil. This is wrong. I want to change that completely with the help of my sister here. She is dynamic. Believe me, if you see how much work she was doing it for that community, you guys, you're not going to believe it. And her team, I really believe, give hand to all the team for the community redevelopment and everybody here, because those people, they work up to the hour, work every second, to put this together and, counting that and counting them, we're going to have more and more, and then we're not doing this for no political purpose, we're not doing this for no money purpose, we're doing this for you. We work for the community, and this is a part of what we're doing it. Even you pay to own your own business, you don't know how hard to start your own business. First step is hard. This is why we took you through it. We're so glad we have County of Los Angeles Health Department here, we have Caltech to train you, we have so many people related to this, we have the insurance, everything what you want to know about that business from A to Z, we will teach you, you will learn how to run this. We take you step by step, and then if you have a problem and you get to struggle with your business, ask. Just go behind us and ask in the community. What we do, we'll buy you back. We take your car back to minimize any loss you lost in your investment. We want you to recover. Then we take this unit and have somebody else have the capability to run the business and start it and doing it right. Back to this. Today it's a good day for each one of you. Take this home and talk to your friend about it. Talk to your family. Talk to your kids about it. It doesn't have to be starting a kettle truck business or a food business. People, when we have this hard economic problem, bank is not lending, people is not having no job. Job creation here in South Central Los Angeles is terrible. But now we try to improve it to make it work. We have the Spanish community, be honest with you, Spanish community is so advanced in this. Whatever they can find, they start. I have a story after a story. People starting with a little small carts, $2,000, $3,000 investment. Now, when I see them, they own 2-3 trucks like this, and they buy a new house, and they have 3 kids been born in my hand. When I see them when it's born, and now they're growing up and they have grandkids. And when I see this story, this is what makes me happy about myself. At least we did something to the society, we did something to the community, and we're so proud of it. And we want to give it to each one of you, because those young kids, this is why they're going to carry the journey, after us. So, in order for us to get together as a community, just whenever we call for something like a meeting like this, or just to have expo like this, or we have something related to that business, we're going to improve it. You guys going to hear of it. You're going to see it by your eye. It's not just talking, We're real. We already exist here in South Central Los Angeles. We're going to be here in South Central Los Angeles. But I want you to do something for yourself. If you want to get to this business, it doesn't matter to buy the car from me. It doesn't matter to buy the business from me. It's 10, 15 different manufacturers around the city. They do the same thing, okay? But if you walk to us with good faith and you want to ask, you get a struggle or you have a problem and you want it to be solved, we solve it for you. We take care of it for you. We're not gonna stop because you're not doing no business. No, we don't do this kind of stuff. Doing this 30 years, I committed to myself, never hide information, and I give the people the right stuff to start right, not to have a problem or to struggle later on because I just want to get their money and hit and run. It doesn't work this way. Please look at the fact of that business. It's a very growth business. When you're doing this business, food never stop. You know, when that hard economic hit to everybody, and you feel it in the house, we don't have no bank. We don't have nobody want to finance anybody. By that time, we have about 10, 15 financing companies who want to finance a car, want to finance a truck, and they give you the money the same day or the next day. When that economic hit, we take the challenge. And we trusted the people in South Central Los Angeles. We financed the car with no interest, with zero interest for 5 years. We done that. You pay 50% and the other 50% with no interest. We have not even collected a penny interest from our client. And we have the record to say that. And we done it, and those people today, they're so successful. This is why they put this business together for us. We will not hesitate, we will not even take a chance not to step by you and to stand behind you until you be successful. When you're successful, I'm so the most happiest person in the world, you know. Please get to know each other as a community, you know, here. Just get to know each other. You know, maybe one day I will meet you here, I'll meet you there, you know, introduce yourself to each other, what you do, what you have in this. Because what we do in this, we want the community to get together, you know, to be as a community. Not just only for a purpose, we have a business expo and just everyone, those people want to take my money and walk away from it. It wouldn't work like that, you know. So let's work together. Let's, you know, have that business to be successful for each one of you. If you are interested in it, we will help you and assist you and we'll take you through it, you know, regarding regulation, permit, and we do everything right. We're not doing anything in that.
Tell them about when you first started, the very first thing you did when you were a student.
Marva, she won my heart. Just my heart has been beeping when I did this. I tell this story to her, you know, for her to know who I am, you know.
They should know.
I'm an immigrant. I came from Egypt. I'm a rower. I row, you know. I'm an Egyptian national team. I participated in 1984 in the Olympic Games. And I love Los Angeles since this time when I was here, you know. All of a sudden,
84 Olympics?
Yes, sir. So, since I was here, you know, I love Los Angeles. I went back to Egypt, then I came back with a scholarship from UCLA for 3 years, studying mechanical engineering, you know. I did the first car I fixed. It was for a guy, his name Gary Hesham. He was having little small wood cars working right out of the campus right there on Westwood Boulevard by Raymond, you know, very close to the hospital. And I asked him, if you give me the where to buy the material, where to buy the stuff, I can be able to fix that car for you and help you out. And since that day when I done it inside the campus. Could you believe it? I fixed and hot dog cars inside the campus, you know, in UCLA. It's not, you know, in College State or any other university, but just, you know, in the campus. When I done it, and he took me to Washington Boulevard, buy some sheet metals, and I used to go to somebody just with fabrication, just to weld the stuff in there. And this is what I did when after 2 months, he said, can you make me another one? This is why I get the head. And I used to go to Marina Del Rey to practice my rowing early in the morning. Then after that, you know, I go to the school. And then after the school, I spend about 8 to 9, 10 hours in the garage in South Central. How I get to this garage? A friend of mine just, you know, when I have struggle, I cannot do this in the campus, I found out. And he said, my auntie, she can rent the garage for $75. I rented the garage for $75 and I ended renting a room in the house for both of them for $125. And I end up buying this house, and I still living in it until this moment. So, when we have this stuff, I'm just saying this for encouragement for the people. You know, people sometimes when I start, it doesn't matter how much money you have. You can have money and your kids can go blow it. But just what I said is, when you take a step, how you start and how you build this business, because you have vision and you have focus. What do you want to do and what do you want to be? So when I have all this going on for 30 years, struggling, even in the house, when I work in the house, done this car in the house, I got busted by building and safety. But every time they come to me, I have my wallet, and I take my school card. I said, "Sir, please bring me to work." You know, I'm almost gonna cry for him. I'm an American. I'm Egyptian. You know, I don't know anything about the law, but I'm making some hot dog cards I can work with. He said, "Okay, work, but don't make no noise." But after 13 years, they came over and said, "That's it, no more. Your book is finished. You cannot do that anymore in here, you know." So that's why they kicked me out of the garage, but I still live in the house. And I went to Vermont and 49, right in the corner across the street from the church. I was renting this place. I was so happy. I was so pleased. I don't know anything about court. That's why I told the people, you know, it's so good to have all the agency here. When Marva put this event together, she bring you everybody related to this business here in the floor. You can ask, you can have the question, you can get the answers. You know, this is so professional. So when I get 49 in Vermont, and I was so happy, I have my own place. Now they're not gonna harass me in the house, and they're gonna, you know. And the next door, people doing a wood cabinet, and they bring in all this wood, old wood, and they spray it with chemicals and stuff like this, and the neighbors start to complain. And all of a sudden, I see all the building and safety, all of them my friend. Everybody in the building and safety, they are my friend, because all the trouble what I have, I go from this guy, I bug this guy, I get to this guy, and everybody know me, you know. Hey, my Egyptian brother, I said, you know, man, help me, you know. It's so helpful, you know. So, and I was opening the door and I was welcoming everybody. And all of a sudden, it's an inspector called, his name Mike Kayan, you know, he was walking to me like this. He said, "Kareem, what you doing here?" I said, "This is my new place, come on, let me show you." He said, "The zoning is on. I told you, you need to get M1 or M2 zone." I said, "You never told me about zoning. You told me you cannot work in the house." So, you know, I leave from the house and I get to Vermont, you know, people, you know, it's a warehouse, you know, so it's totally different. So this is why I get to educate myself and learn about code. And any one of you ask me about anything, any section of the code, of the building and safety code, from all the trouble what I have, I already learned it, I already know it, I already study it, and I can answer anybody more than any inspector. Yeah, so I can do that. So please, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me, and I'll be glad to answer you. You know?
I have a lot of questions. I'll wait.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So now I'm gonna introduce you to one of my clients, and actually he's a good friend of mine, and he's a chef, and he came to me and he want to start a food truck business, and now I'm gonna let you tell his story. Mr. Jack is here, so please give him a big hand so he will tell you about something about his story. Thank you.
All right, I know you have questions. Please see Kareem afterwards. But listen, I want you to hear this story. We just didn't want to just tell you that there's someone who makes trucks, but now we get to hear someone who's taken his truck and went to that next level. So please, again, let me welcome Mr. Jack.